Ferguson, Chelsea Lately, and most recently in The Heat with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy, which also is just released on DVD. Adam also has a very popular web channel, AdamRayTV.com, and headlines comedy venues nationwide, including a 3-night stand. That's so much better than a one-night stand.
It is, man. But one-night stands are not so bad, especially if you're Shirley MacLaine. And I'd also like to plug my new book, Shirley MacLaine, What If?
Yeah,
I know
your
that
book.
she's on the cover, and but
you wrote it all.
I wrote it all.
When you were
how was
Shirley
Shirley?
MacLaine in A Simultaneous Life.
Thank you. So finally, I'm getting some recognition, man.
And you can take that as a parting gift, Adam, because they're laying all around the state.
No one else wants to read it. I brought it home.
Oh, I've never seen anybody pepper us with books like Shirley. I mean,
Oh, really? She's quite the book pepper.
Yeah,
huh?
there's like a dozen of them. Sometimes it's hard to get a review copy. Shirley sent us a pallet of the.
Oh, wow. Not many celebrities send pallets of anything these
No.
days.
No.
Unless you're, A-Rod and you're sending pallets of deer penis, right?
That's right.
You were listening.
Oh, I pay attention. I ate, and coincidentally, I was eating a deer penis on my way over.
While you were listening, which
Yeah.
must have been freaking you out.
A little bit. It was,
Yeah.
but it was, just one of those beautiful coincidences. Does it really add?
Is it
to
part
the-
of your granola? Is it a muesli mix that has deer penis in it?
That's a great question, and yes, it is. You grind it up. It's almost like the stuff like those yogurts you can buy prepackaged, and you flip over.
And
the
you flip it
granola.
over and mix it in.
Yeah, for sure.
It's
The
fantastic.
nuts, the nuts are on the bottom.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
People
See?
would do
no
almost
pun intended. That was beautiful. Wow. Do you work here?
I don't.
people would
I come in for deer penis puns and then I clock out.
do almost anything if the naturopath or a acupuncturist or someone tells them to do it. Like some kind of voodoo doctor.
Those energy healers really have a nice reputation going. I mean, they could, they could say, hey, buy, pallets of Shirley MacLaine's What If book, and your sciatic nerve will feel better. And I'd be like,
I'm glad
checkmate.
you.
Yes, Joe.
We got back to the deer penis because I.
You're glad we got back to that?
Well,
been waiting
I
all
was
morning.
going to tell you a lot about that, but we moved on. You know where that's from because I've been to the farm where they harvest these things.
Wow.
I'm serious.
What?
The
Harvesting
saddest
deer-
Christmas party ever.
Yeah.
By the way.
New Zealand.
Old McSanta had a farm.
Yeah. New Zealand
Whoa.
is.
Was that a deer getting circumcised?
There are millions of deer getting this done down in New Zealand, and there are specific red. It's called the red deer. It's some kind of specific.
So there is a
breed
specific deer grown for the deer penis.
grown for the penis and the antler, because for the medicinal properties.
Where do you read about this? Medicinaldeerpenis.com?
No, I've been there. I've been to the
It's
farm.
also a dating website, by the way.
Yeah,
because I
he's been on the Eco Penis Tour.
yeah, because I went there.
Hey, that's
and
a big deal.
I know. I
Plug
said,
it.
I said, I know you have a lot of cows, you have a lot of sheep in New Zealand, but why all these deer?
Sure, it's a great question.
And the guy said, "Oh, mate, you won't believe what the Chinese want out of these deer, and
Sure.
it's mostly for Eastern medicine. Is what they use it for.
Easter medicine?
Eastern.
Oh, Eastern medicine.
Yeah, like the China and the Orient.
Easter, Passover, all the big holidays.
But they export they grind the antlers, they use the penis.
What do they do with the rest of the deer is what I was curious.
what do I do with the foreskin?
I'd probably make condoms out of that.
You
No,
know?
I don't know, but
No, you do know. Don't act like you don't know what they do.
But-
with
We know
the
you've done
foreskin.
all your
Yeah,
research.
don't act like you stopped at the foreskin and go, you know what, this is where my
I don't-
curiosity is.
I honestly don't think deer have one. I don't know that. though,
Show him your
for a
wallet,
fact.
Joe. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
show them your shoes, your belt, your hat, your house.
But it's a huge industry.
It is a huge industry,
Yeah.
and you don't know what they do with the rest of the deer.
Well, the rest, I think the deer more or less get to live. Obviously, you're only going to harvest.
wouldn't wanna-
You only get to harvest the penis once, but the antlers is
But
a
are they just going to have
renewable
like
resource.
5,000 penisless, antlerless deer wandering around New Zealand?
That's very sad.
The
by the way.
antlers are a renewable resource. They
That
will
sounds
grow
like
back.
that sounds like a sitcom waiting to happen.
It
does.
Hollywood, if you're listening,
With Courtney Cox.
5,000 penisless deers walking around Hollywood looking for work.
And Jason Alexander. I'm thinking perfect.
Yeah,
But I did
and
want
Danny
to,
Glover plays the janitor.
I wanted to get back to
That'd be
that.
great.
Joe, let's
Thank you,
finish your
Adam.
segment before we
Yeah,
tromp all
we can
over
move-
Adam.
we can move on now. I
We're
wanna-
closing out the deer penis segment.
He's
Go
the
ahead.
guy who brought it up.
Put a
Right,
cap
right,
on it.
right.
That's it. I just wanted to tell you. If
Thanks.
you'd like to interview the farmer, I mean, there's big farms down
No,
there.
we're good. I think we have all the information we need.
Yeah, let's
Adam
talk about
Ray.
me, Joe.
Adam, how are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good.
Thanks for having me in. First
It's
time
our
here.
pleasure. Where do you live?
I live in Los Angeles, but I grew up here in Shoreline, Lake Forest Park, Washington.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Born and bred. And been down in L.A. for, I guess almost 13 years. I went to school. I was a Trojan, USC.
No kidding. Wow.
There for the Pete
How
Carroll
did you?
days.
Would your parents terribly disappointed? Trojan USC stand-up comedy.
Well, my parents split up when I was 9, and thanks for bringing that up, Bob. But no, they were proud. They just
They're
wanted
proud.
me to. Yeah, I mean, I was doing. They just wanted me to do what I wanted. Acting school. That's
That's
what I went
good
down there
parenting
for.
right there, yeah.
Yeah, and But I mean, you know, it's funny. I wasn't even a huge college football fan until I got there. I mean, I was a big UW fan, but you know, I don't think I was really around a lot of winning growing up here. But then
During that particular era.
for sure, Napoleon Kaufman, I think, was like what I remember as winning, or Tuiasosopo, right? That was
Yeah,
maybe.
Marcus was there.
Yeah,
A
he
Rose
was
Bowl in
great.
2000,
Yeah.
2001, yeah.
But it's great, man. Always fun. It's
Did anybody
place
ever
to live.
call you and pretend to be a girl and it turned out to be Tuiasosopo? Was that someone else? Was that a relative of his?
hilarious.
It's a different cousin.
Yeah.
It's a cousin,
You ever been
yeah.
catfished?
No, but I've done that. You know, actually, the first how I was telling a buddy of mine this the other day because he was like, dude, we were just talking about like how we even got into comedy, and when I was in the 5th grade, kind of a bigger kid, and there was a new girl in school. She was like I guess the hot girl more or less. I think we were saying that in 4th grade. And everybody had a crush on her, and she wasn't into me. She was into my best friend, super athletic kid, but I could impersonate her like super well. Just do her voice. You know, she's something like she kind of would talk like. I mean, it wasn't as deep.
Well, you have that now. You can impersonate
I
the
can-
guy who sells beef for dinner. But back then, you had a young voice.
Back then, I could do Annie B. And